Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful start to your week. In today's video, I am going to be channeling a twin flame reading and energy update for the Twin Flame Collective. So these are going to be messages from both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine in the Twin Flame Collective. Now, with that being said, I do channel many different specific messages for different groups of people, so always use your intuition to really determine which messages are for you and which messages might be for others. Also, if you would like me to channel specifically for you and your situation, be sure to like this video and also double check that you are subscribed, because subscribing to this channel helps me to pick up more easily on your energy and therefore channel more clearly for your situation. And right as I was finishing saying that, the hostilities card in the upright position, for some reason I'm hearing something about an inner conflict. There's also something coming up here about a tree or a forest, if that resonates with someone specifically. The word queen came out from the love word scramble and also the word fresh. And I heard fresh energy, door to romance reversed, a kind of fresh energy, but a feeling of conflict, inner conflict, or uncertainty when it comes to love. So right away, I feel like I'm picking up on a divine feminine who is experiencing, I'm hearing back and forth energy at times within herself, a feeling of inner conflict at times within the self regarding how to move forward. I'm hearing commit, so there may be a divine feminine trying to decide whether or not she wants to move forward with a certain label or certain relationship with a particular person in her romantic life. But of course, this will not be the case for everyone specifically. I'm just getting a lot of inner conflict energy. I'm hearing leading to stagnancy for this divine feminine. It's like this feeling of looking at something, looking at a person or a situation, and whenever you look at that thing, there's this feeling of confusion as I'm hearing the ego mind tries to apply logic to the situation or tries to understand it. And maybe that's already part of the key here. I feel that Divine Feminine, whoever you are resonating with this, your guides are trying to get through to you to bring you into a deeper level of peace, harmony, and clarity. And I feel that they may have been speaking to you even through dreams. You may have had these flashes of insights. For some of you, you might have even been meditating and suddenly heard this calming or reassuring voice in your head that maybe you thought was your own. But really, this could be your guides getting through to you. And I'm seeing something about a green aventurine crystal or stone. So I want to get a little deeper into this energy. Door to spirits in the upright position. Yeah, so this speaks to Divine Feminine. Your intuition is speaking to you, but it is that calm, peaceful knowing within you. And I feel that at times this intuitive voice can become a little bit clouded by, I'm hearing the shouts of the ego, because as they often say, the ego shouts, but the soul whispers. And you're really being guided to get beneath all of those layers of fear, of confusion, of doubts, and to really get to that core of what your soul knows about whatever situation might be causing you a feeling of anxiety or inner conflicts. I know this won't be for everyone, but I do feel that for whoever this is for, this message is coming through really strongly. I just saw something about butterflies for someone as well. Okay, so what else is going on with this Divine Feminine at this time? I feel that your energy, Divine Feminine, is coming through first in this reading because there's this heightened state of asking. I specifically feel a Divine Feminine saying, I'm feeling a bit lost. What am I supposed to do here? The garden and the gates reversed. I heard hermit mode, so there could be a Divine Feminine who is in this period of, I wanted to say isolation, but really it's just protection. I feel it's self-protection. It is withdrawing her energy from people, places, and things that cloud her from being able to clearly hear her own inner voice and intuition, and to really connect with her most spiritual self. I feel that for some Divine Feminines, this could also indicate a Divine Feminine who may have even withdrawn her energy from her Divine Masculine counterparts, of course, in the physical world, because at the soul level, at the energy level, there is no giving or withdrawing of energy because there is just a natural energetic connectedness. But I do feel a Divine Feminine may have set some kind of boundary, may have pulled away in some way. I'm hearing for some, this might feel again kind of like a back and forth energy, like trying to pull away and then coming back is kind of the feeling I'm getting for some Divine Feminines here. I'm also seeing the number 333 for someone. So what does this Divine Feminine need to know about this situation? The void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. And trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Wow, two very, very powerful cards. And I feel right away that many of you listening may already know how these cards apply to you. If you have been feeling the way that I've been describing, the confusion, the kind of back and forth energy, I feel this could be an indication that you right now are in this kind of so-called void period, where at times things may appear to be stagnant, either in your life or in your connections on the surface. But the beautiful thing about this swirling void that you're in is that it's actually a vortex of creation. It's just that your ego mind can't fully see that. It's blinded to that powerful spiritual truth that this void is actually, as the card says, a cosmic womb. And just like the most immense amounts of growth and transformation happens through the physical womb of a woman during pregnancy, I see it's almost like energetically there is this pregnancy energy, although that sounds kind of strange, but this energy of something beneath the surface, Divine Feminine, is growing, is multiplying, is expanding for you, and is soon going to come into full-blown physical form. But temporarily, there may be this feeling of pause, this feeling of stagnancy, and that's where this second card comes in. Trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on, trust the way that you're being guided, trust that you've been led to this person or to this idea, to this situation for a reason, and that divine timing is on your side here. So in the extended version of this reading, I am going to be channeling more messages, Divine Feminine, from your spirit guides, your higher self, whatever divine forces you personally connect with, because I do feel that for some of you that may be a very healing experience, energetically speaking, to help you clear away some of those doubts and fears and really allow your vibration to continue to rise to that level of magnetism you are reaching, magnetism for love, for your desires in life, for abundance. So the link to the extended reading with those further messages from your spirit guides, Divine Feminine, are in the pinned comments and description box under this video. But for now, I do want to take a look at the masculine energy. And of course, right away, the World card. Give me a second to get this card. But interestingly, this card is in the reversed position. So divine feminine, some of this back and forth energy that you might be feeling within yourself at times, regardless of whether this is about a particular life path, a certain idea, or if it's specifically about your connections or relationships. Regardless, I feel that because, of course, you and your divine masculine mirror one another's energy, the mirrored energy dynamic, and perhaps even why in parts you are feeling this back and forth energy is because at times, just as you, divine feminine, may feel those doubts and fears surfacing, I feel that at times the 3D self of the masculine may fear this. I'm fearing the change, the powerful changes and transformations. But I'm hearing that although things are changing very radically in his life, the changes that scare him most at times are the changes taking place within himself, resulting from this expansion of his soul. I'm hearing this message of a masculine saying, sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't even recognize who I am anymore. And for some of them, this may be appearance related, but for many, I feel it runs much deeper than the skin. It's this recognition that this powerful, energetic, and spiritual transformation is taking place within them. And I do feel that at times, the masculine feels kind of like he's spinning a little bit, having trouble fully keeping up with this expansion of his soul, which could cause him to kind of attempt to, at times, resist this expansion, although of course it is inevitable because it's energetic. I'm just speaking to those occasionally surfacing feelings of fear or doubts coming up from the ego of the divine masculine here. With the journey card in the upright position, I'm hearing the desire to relocate or to transplant themselves. I'm really hearing almost to teleport themselves, like I just want to be there already. So the masculine has been receiving a lot of clarity on what they truly desire, whether they're speaking about this or not. This clarity is the natural byproduct of this expansion of their soul, of this spiritual alchemic process of transformation happening within them. However, in spite of this clarity, which I keep hearing unspoken clarity, so some masculines may not be fully vocal about this clarity, regardless, I feel that this masculine has this feeling of, I know what I want, and I wish I could just immediately transport myself to that end result, to that end goal. But their guides are reminding them that it's about the journey, because through the journey, that is where the true growth and transformation takes place. And also, that is what we came to planet Earth to experience, not to just immediately live in the end results of our manifestations and desires, but to experience them in their unfolding. Because again, that is how our souls evolve and we expand as beautiful, eternal, spiritual beings. And so much of that is experienced for us as conscious twin flames through the vehicle of twin flame connection, through these conscious interactions with our twin flame counterpart. The most immense amounts of soul expansion takes place. In fact, much more expansion than most souls have the capacity or desire to experience in this lifetime. But I feel that this message could equally apply for some divine feminines to their inner masculine, because of course we do have these energies within each of us equally as we have them or experience them in the physical world externally. So I feel that divine feminine, some of you may feel this applying to your inner desire where you may have some desire you are holding or some vision you've created for yourself, your life, even specifically for love or for your twin flame connection or relationship. But there's this feeling of, I wish I could just transplant myself to that end result, and this reminder from the soul, from the higher self, that you came here to really mold this experience, to enjoy the unfolding, to be the artist of your life and enjoy the creating process, not just to teleport yourself to the end. And once again, I'm seeing that trust the timing card. Trust the timing. Know that this end result you are desiring is already set in motion because you are the powerful creator of your life. But there is this need to trust the unfolding of whatever this is for you. Yeah, and with the card called Soul Gifts and Training, it's time to step up. I'm hearing intense training period at the soul level, especially for the masculine. I'm hearing you both have been called together to your highest version of self. And through consciously experiencing this twin flame path in this lifetime, whatever that looks like for you, you are assisting one another in reaching those higher levels of vibration and stabilizing that shift into higher dimensions, into higher vibrational states of being and living. You have been called because, and I wanted to say chosen, but the thing about being chosen is it's not that someone else chose you, selected you for this. It's that you at the soul level volunteered yourself prior to incarnating here in this life to experience this journey. So the next card to come out, yeah, I remember. And this card says soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. This card has been coming out so frequently in my recent readings. There's been such a theme around the fated life versus the destiny life, the life path we find ourselves unconsciously walking, which we could call the fated life, versus the life that we consciously create and cultivate and mold into being as we awaken to our true power and potential, or in other words, the destiny life. And you have been called to break free of the fated life and to walk the destiny life. Remember that at times when things feel challenging for you, or there's a part of you, your ego mind, that is saying, I wish I could just go back to XYZ, or I wish that I could just be normal. You didn't come here to be what your ego sees as normal. You came here to experience a level of expansion that most souls, again, are not capable of experiencing in one lifetime. With luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. This brings a very fresh and exhilarating and exciting energy. I feel that someone here might be, I'm seeing that once in a blue moon card, believe in the impossible from the Moonology deck as well, because there's this feeling of impossibility, but you, through your powerful spiritual energy, transforming the impossible into the reality. So I'm hearing this message from your guides to really eliminate the concept of impossible from your mind, from your vocabulary, because what other people see as impossible, you are capable of bringing into reality, whether that comes to your intentions with love, with life, with some kind of idea or soul purpose. So in the extended version of this reading, I am going to read into more of the masculine's conscious thoughts and feelings, specifically regarding the connection and the divine feminine counterpart at this time. So again, the link to the extended is in the pinned comments and description box under this video. But for now, I am going to speak to the higher self of the masculine here. So what does this masculine's higher self want to say to the divine feminine here? What does the masculine's higher self want to say? I am awakening with the 6th chakra, the 3rd eye chakra, in the upright position. I see 2 people lying side by side, and one of them is fully alert and awake, and the other is stirring in their sleep, beginning to wake up. And I feel that energetically, Divine Feminine, this speaks to you and the masculine. You are these 2 souls side by side, and perhaps Divine Feminine, you are the one in a greater states of conscious awakening, but you can feel the masculine stirring in his spiritual sleep. You can feel him. I'm hearing beginning to talk in his sleep. So you might be receiving dream communications from this masculine as well, but you can feel him waking up. And I feel that at times, the ego begins to question, is this just wishful thinking? Is this just delusion? But you're really being asked by the higher self of this masculine to clear away your doubts. And I had to pause for a second because the action card just flew out of the deck here, because this awakening process for the masculine is ultimately going to really push forward this connection in the physical more and more. I'm seeing that what your intuition has known for a long time is going to become more physically apparent to you in the 3D world regarding the higher level of consciousness this masculine is awakening to. What else does the higher self of the masculine want to say here? Personal healing and happiness, the door to personal healing and happiness. I am healing. Such simple but powerful messages coming through. I am awakening. I am healing. I am ready to move forward and take action. If I haven't yet, it will be happening very soon. You're going to see more and more of, I'm hearing him say, you're going to see more and more of me. But when he says me, he means not just this physical human being that he is coming more into your life or dovetailing more with you in physical reality, but also more of his true, authentic self. Because I see that in the past, many masculines may have been living on kind of an autopilot where part of them was there and part of them was very either distracted or somewhere else, or just they weren't fully present with themselves. And I feel a feminine at times may have seen this and even felt like the masculine wasn't acting quite like himself, or she could sense that he wasn't fully awakened within himself, is the best way I can describe it, which I know sounds really strange. But if this message is for you, you will know how it applies. But that past dynamic is really coming to a close. This masculine is shifting out of that because he is fully awakening to his own true, authentic self. And that is what he means when he says he's going to be showing up more for the divine feminine. He doesn't just mean he's going to be moving forward more into greater action in the physical, but also that he's going to be more clear, more authentic, more, I'm hearing giving with her, if that applies, with some more conscious in his interactions with her, more awakens, which I feel is what the feminine has been holding space here. And actually her holding of space is what is catalyzing, what is pushing the masculine further into this full-blown conscious awakening and recognition of his true self and his true nature. A returning home to the self is the kind of energy I'm getting here. And I just saw the number 444. So that might resonate with someone as well. So now I do want to quickly speak to the higher self of the divine feminine. So What does the Divine Feminine's higher self want to say? By the way, I will be channeling more higher self messages, specifically love-related messages from the masculine in the extended reading, which is linked in the pinned comment and description box. Wow, the action card coming out again. So the fact that this action card is coming up for both the higher self of the masculine and the feminine is telling me that a lot of energetic momentum is building on both sides and between the twins, and really culminating into forward movement action that is going to, if it's not already, is going to become very visible. I was going to say physical, because in the physical world, it's going to be more noticeable, more visible to the physical senses, not just to the intuition. The feeling I'm getting here is that things for a long time that only your intuition knew, things that were hidden in the sense that you knew them intuitively, Divine Feminine, but you couldn't see that physical, provable evidence of them. Those things are going to start coming into the lights where not only you can see them, but where others can see them as well. And I see this applying not only to the love and relationship aspect of this twin flame journey, if that is relevant for you, but also in regards to your personal abundance, your personal intentions, and your personal goals as well, especially with the card Prosperity Lies Ahead, new moon in Taurus. So Divine Feminine, your guides specifically want you to know that if you've been trying to manifest some kind of abundance in your life, some kind of wealth or prosperity, or potentially some kind of success in a new endeavor, you are going to be prosperous in this. And your guides are reassuring you about this because they've heard you asking, and they want you to have the confidence and courage to shift from that state of asking into a state of knowing, into a state of believing in your worth of this abundance and this success that's coming into your life. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but I do hope that message reached you. And of course, on this as well, the card Surrender to the Divine, the full moon card, came out from the Moonology deck. So I feel that is such a beautiful place to close these higher self messages for now for the feminine, although of course we will be channeling more higher self messages from the Divine Feminine in the extended reading, as well as love messages from the feminine and masculine to one another. So again, all of that is in the pinned comment and description box. But for now, I want to pull one final card from the Rumi Oracle, and this card is Arise. So I'm going to just channel a little bit from the guidebook for this card. Wings of hope languish from lack of use. When wings dissipate and weaken, life begins to lose its value. Every cell in your body is created to rise to challenges. Your life is meant to confront everything that holds you captive. Don't sit at the bottom of the well, not caring about salvation. Listen to the voice within you, calling to you. Reach for eminence beyond your own maturity. Rumi. And the guidebook also says, if you were to look up, you would see that I am a mirror of your own being, your light, your heart, your spirits, your all. Wow, that really feels like a powerful twin flame message with that mirror metaphor coming out. Yes, there is pain. Yes, there is a letting go taking place, and you are frightened and uncertain at times. But you make this mean something that it does not. It means that you are to turn your head away from what is dying. Do this gently but firmly. Turn your head towards what is living. Don't lose heart, beloved wild child. Dare to believe. You are right to do so. It is the divine rebel in you that refuses to surrender hope. Give up the fight, perhaps. the battle that comes from a place of fear. But never give up your hope. That hope in your hearts, that optimism and patience for growth into love creates a light within you that helps the world see through darkness. So that feels like a perfect place to close this reading. I really hope something here connected to you personally and brought you a little bit of clarity, guidance, or reassurance. And if so, I would love if you could leave me a comment under this video and let me know what resonated with you personally. Otherwise, the link to the extended reading on Patreon is in the pinned comment and description box. And through that reading, we will be channeling more details for both the masculine and feminine, how they are feeling in the 3D world, as well as more messages from your guides, divine feminine, and from the higher self of the masculine regarding the love and relationship aspects that may be at play in your connection. And again, all of that information is linked below. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful start to your week, and I will talk to you again in Wednesday's Twin Flame reading.